Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Engine Builder Show. Today, we're going to be talking about how to generate effective marketing ideas for your business. But before that, this show is brought to you by Business Marketing Engine. If you need unique marketing solutions to build your business, check out businessmarketingengine.com. And now, let's get this show started. Good morning, Gabe.
Good morning, Jethro. Thank you. And good morning, everyone. I hope your week is going well and that you are consistently investing in marketing engines that are going to grow your business because that is obviously what our show is about and also what we help our clients do. We help them build consistent, scalable marketing engines, and that's something that we love doing here as a team. And today, what I want to share with you is how to really generate those, effective marketing ideas that are going to help you consistently put good ideas out there, get the results that you need, and just continue to grow your marketing. And one of the things that I always kind of remember and think about when it comes to generating good ideas is that your output can only be increased or be effective when you have good inputs. And so for me, when I'm realizing that I'm either feeling like I'm drying up or don't have good ideas or things are just like a little bit stagnant, what I start to think about is, oh, like, what have I read recently? What books am I reading? What television am I watching? What am I experiencing right now that's going to help just spark creativity? And that's one of the things that I think for folks that are coming into a creative field or into the marketing space, or even folks that haven't maybe wouldn't consider themselves to be creative. Creativity is really, in my opinion, and people always say I'm creative, and I would agree with that, but it's not necessarily something you're born with. You may have a tendency that way, but creativity really comes from when we choose to invest in our creativity. So for me, what that looks like is I when I'm on pace the way I like to be, I'm typically reading a book a week. Sometimes there are seasons where that slows down, but I'll either be reading a physical book or listening to an audiobook. I also really enjoy and like to just sit down and binge watch television on the weekends. Specifically, I watch a little bit during the week sometimes, but I'll sit down and watch multiple episodes of a show, um, and you know, and then I'll just go out and look at what other people are doing. I'll browse different websites. I It's no longer around, but I really used to enjoy getting on Stumble Upon because it was a site that was just random different things would show up every time you clicked, and it randomly loaded new websites and new ideas and videos. YouTube is a great place for that as well. And so what I like to do is be intentional about that kind of like investment period that I have during the day or the week where I need inputs and where I want more inspiration from a creative standpoint. And I'll actually block out time for that and say, I'm going to just, go read random things, or I'm going to watch television, or I'm going to just look at things that are being done in different industries. Because when you take that time to increase the inputs that you're getting from a creative standpoint, that's when the ideas can start to flow from you from a creative standpoint. And it's typically not, in my experience, it's not always like I watch or read something and then I have an idea. It's not always immediate or one to one like that. It's more so that if I'm diligent and consistent and putting different information sources and ideas, and even reading the news, or you know uh, going to an art show, or all the different things, if I'm consistent and putting input in, then at the right time the ideas will come up. They'll bubble up out of my subconscious, and I'll have the output that ends up being creative. And typically for me as well, those ideas don't come to me necessarily when I'm in the office or when I'm in a consistent, familiar setting. So the second thing that I do, after just making sure that I'm continuously filling my mind up with new ideas and creative inputs, and talking to different people, and just again getting different inputs, the second thing I'll do is make sure that I go out and go for a walk. um, the physiological change that happens when we get up and go for a walk, it triggers creativity and ideas. So I'll do that, and then if I think of an idea, I'll make a voice note for myself or jot something down, or even just when I get back from a walk, I'll write down what came to me. But getting out and changing your state, your physical state, And going for a walk is one of the easiest ways to break out of being stuck from a creative standpoint. And that's when many of my good ideas have come to me. So I like to do that as well. The other thing that's effective when it comes to coming up with marketing ideas is if you're consistent in journaling and brainstorming around your ideas, then you'll get all your bad ideas out, because I have tons of them. I think we all do, and you'll also uncover your good ideas. And so a daily habit of journaling is not only helpful I think it's probably some of the best self therapy you can do. But it also is really useful when you're looking at brainstorming and coming up with new ideas. And free writing in that area is something that can definitely help as well. Just sitting down and just writing with no agenda, that really opens up your creative side without constraints, and it allows you to come up with different ideas that will just again continue to fuel your creativity. Because as marketers, it's our job to get people's attention. We need to make sure that we're getting their attention, we're putting something new in front of them. And over time, what was a new idea, what was working, can get stale. That's very normal. And so then we have to think, okay, how can I present this in a different light? Or how can I come up with a message that's going to resonate with this audience? Or what's the offer going to be? Or what's the email sequence I'm going to send? Or what kind of video should I make for somebody, for my audience today? All of those questions can feel overwhelming if you don't have a method and a system that allows you to just continually fuel your creativity, which is why I wanted to, just share kind of some of the steps and some of the things that I do. So just to recap, the three things that are been really effective for me over the years is focusing on putting enough input in. So whether that's reading a physical book, listening to an audiobook, podcast, watching YouTube, watching television, going to a movie, getting out and just go walking through a mall, looking at what people are doing there. Enough input, you will get output. So you have to focus on input if you're not feeling creative. And the second thing is changing your state, getting out and taking a walk. A 15-20 minute walk will often unblock anything as far as if you're stuck on, from a creative standpoint of what to do. And then the third thing is journaling, on a consistent basis. And then also that can definitely lead into brainstorming with yourself, with other people, and coming up with ideas there. But those are the three things that consistently help me come up with effective marketing ideas. And that's what I do and the team does here to really help our clients stand out and really get in front of the right people and get their attention. So I hope those ideas are useful and helpful to you. And I'll turn it back to you, Jethro.
Thank you, Gabe. And that's it for our episode on the Engine Builder Show. Thank you for taking time to listen to today's episode. We hope you learned something new today. If you like our content, please hit that like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to get notified when we go live, hit the bell as well. Also, if you want to ask us questions, drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Again, for unique business marketing solutions, head over to businessmarketingengine.com. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.